Welcome back to the Forbidden Archives. Some files are not meant for the weak of heart, and this is undoubtedly one of them. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. This story is for mature audiences only, documenting real historical events that were buried in darkness for 6 decades. They called it the Social Cleansing Project of 1933. 6,000 innocent souls swept haphazardly from the streets of Moscow and Leningrad, not as criminals, but as useless and undeclared elements. They were packed onto open, rotting barges like cattle and dumped on a barren, muddy island in the treacherous Ob River, deep in freezing Siberia, Nazino Island. It was closer to hell on Earth than anyone could imagine. They had absolutely no shelter from the relentless, freezing Siberian rain and brutal wind. They possessed zero tools to build life or find warmth, and they were left to starve with only a microscopic amount of raw white flour occasionally thrown at them from offshore by indifferent hands. Without any fresh water, thousands desperately mixed the raw flour with the dark, filthy river water in their bare hands and ate it raw. This immediate and predictable act caused a rapid and horrifying outbreak of dysentery that killed them in excruciating agony. Winter was merciless on the island, where temperatures plummeted to unbearable levels, and the freezing fog became a suffocating white tomb. But the cold was nothing compared to the primal hunger that devoured their souls. When the bread vanished, humanity vanished. Under the cold moonlight, shadows of what once were human beings began covertly consuming their own kind to survive. Primal madness erupted, and cannibalism became the island's final terrible taboo. Guards, warm and safe on their boats, executed any starving soul who tried to build a frail log raft for escape, leaving their bodies half buried in the freezing mud as warnings. For 13 agonizing weeks, the island was a silent graveyard of frozen ghosts and visceral horror. Of the 6,000 souls, only 2,000 skeletal ghosts survived when the regime finally sent help to witness the horror they created. Subscribe to the archives if you dare to remember.